Hey, this is DM Allen. Thanks for joining us once again for another week of awesomeness. Let's just get it started.
Last time on Roll with Advantage.
Oh, that shiny thing.
It says mountain.
Dude, that's a piece of 6. Grab that shit.
She's got this very ornate looking sword in her hand. It's got these jewels on it and this obsidian blade. You see a kraken pulling its way through the cavern. It is the biggest thing you've ever encountered.
Fool, give me the piece of 6 now, or I shall destroy you all.
I say, oh man, I'm practically untouchable because of this piece of 6 I've got.
God.
And I continue flying away.
You're tempting fate, Adam.
Yeah, you
Dodgy, fly away. It's like injuries that just melt off me.
10.
I'm going to get within 60 feet so I can cast Flame Strike again.
Okay.
And I have a 60-foot fly speed, so that shouldn't be a problem, I don't think. Okay.
You're fine.
Dex saving throw.
24 plus a dex save.
All right, so 20 radiant becomes 10 radiant, and 12 fire becomes 6 fire.
All right. It is now Kyo's turn. Kyo's gonna burn another thing and cast his last fireball. And Sklar's going to make it. Tentacles pop out of the water, and were you grappled before that? Yeah. So it throws you at Devo.
Oh no.
It throws you, Kinian, at Devo, and
isn't she like point blank? Like she ran up and
oh, that's
smacked
right.
him.
That's right. Yeah. So that's a disadvantage.
Throwing me at her himself, basically. Just like.
Yeah.
It's like eating popcorn, just like missing his mouth.
Yeah. It's still gonna hit her at a 20. Yeah, her AC isn't that great. It actually matches. So it's gonna hit her. You both are going to take 26 points of bludgeoning damage, and you guys are now tumbling into the water. It also is going to release an ink cloud. So you are covered in this black, thick ichor, as like this dark ink cloud just kind of like spews forth from its body in many different sections.
But I'm still adjacent.
Yes, you are still adjacent.
Yay.
You're just dirty.
Dirty.
And you can't see. Underwater, at least.
Gross.
Make a con saving throw for me, please.
No problem. 23.
Okay. You see next to you, Devo. Well, you don't really see her, but you hear like, oh God, it's in my mouth.
It's inking in my mouth.
Yeah. Oh man. So you take 14 points of damage halved because you succeed.
What type
from
of damage is
poison?
Ah.
And then Devo is going to take the brunt of that. I think it's your turn, Kinian.
I like paddle up next to Stellar Crethel, and I'm swearing to myself in Orcish, basically, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
And I try to like climb up a little bit.
Okay.
But take some swings outside of the water at him.
Okay.
Is there any mechanical disadvantage due to a slashing weapon in water?
Not for this, because you're like, if you're keeping pace and like you're just like swinging, I'm not gonna give you a disadvantage for that.
Okay,
So-
then I'm gonna beat his ass.
Yep.
19 on the die,
That hits.
and a miss. That's good. Max damage. Ghetto crit. 35 points of damage.
Excellent. Manette, from a distance, you can see like Sklar's taking a fair bit of damage. It's looking rough. Not that great, anyways.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay.
Shoot, that's a 17.
That's gonna miss. Fuck.
One shy.
And it is now Devo's turn. Devo is going to attack. And is going to hit. Okay. And it is the boss monster's turn. He is going to attack at you, Kinian, and at Devo, yeah.
I'm going to use my reaction
Okay.
to protect Devo from the damage using my spirit shield.
30 is gonna hit. Is it disadvantage?
It's at disadvantage.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody but me.
It's still gonna hit. That's higher than 30. She takes 25 points of damage.
Halved.
Half.
And then
Okay.
I subtract 10. So she takes like 2 points of damage.
Jesus Christ.
And Slarkrethel takes 10 points of damage.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the amount I shielded is reflected back onto him.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Sucker.
So he only did 2 points of damage to her. Suck it.
Suck it, Trebek. And then he's gonna attack you, Kinian.
Which makes sense.
And it is a she is grappled though, so that is still something to note. Kinian, he's got advantage on you, right? Yeah,
definitely.
Okay, so that's going to be a 31, and that is going to hit.
Miss.
You take 21 points of bludgeoning.
Yep.
And you are grappled as well. It is going to It's going to take both of you guys and drag you under the water. Yeah, and like drag you behind.
In the ink.
Make a con save for me, please.
Shut up, Dan. Shut up.
God damn it, Dan.
I fail.
All right. Wow, what a shitty D10 roll.
Yay.
4d10, you take 9 points of damage.
Yay.
That's not halved.
Hey, we did worse than that against him,
Yeah.
so shut up.
Yeah, it rolled a 4-2-2-1.
How much damage? 9?
9. Not halved yet. So yeah, that's 9 points of poison damage.
And she takes half.
Okay.
Because of me.
All right. And you're dragging under the water. It is Bond's turn.
How far away am I from him? Slar.
That's a really good question. How far do you want to be? Because you make the pace. He continuously moves 60 feet each round.
I want to stay about 100 feet in front of him then.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm 100 feet away from him.
Yep.
I fly back.
you fall back. Okay.
And I'm like, hey, remember me? And I strike him with a fist of unbroken air.
Punch him? Okay. All right.
I am going to only get 30 feet from him, though. Like, I'm not going to fly all the way up to him and be like...
All right.
So that's a strength save?
That is going to make it. It's 15 plus a billion. Yeah. That's almost 40.
That's half of 13 bludgeoning, or half of 13 force damage and 13 radiant damage.
So 13
force damage halved because you made the save.
Yep.
And then 13 radiant damage from being radiant. And then I'm going to fly away again.
Okay. It's going to take an attack of opportunity against you.
It doesn't get to?
Yeah, it
Why?
does.
Because I have the thing.
What
No,
thing?
you got to use a bonus action, I think, if you want to do
No,
the
it's
dodge,
the
or not dodge, the monk thing.
it's the mobile thing.
Oh, because he made an attack. Yeah, he's right. Mobile.
Nice, nice.
You,
Okay.
You
You
stud.
tricky son of a bitch.
You stud.
All right.
I'm like, you get within 30 feet. What?
All
I
right.
got this.
It's going to use its fling to throw Devo at you, Bon. And that is going to hit at a 34.
Fly up, Devo, fly up.
And she's like, she's got ink in her eyes and like.
Which way is up?
Yeah, she looks like, you know, like mascara, like when you're in the rain and the mascara runs and it's just like going everywhere. That's what her eyes look like right
All
now.
you've been
going
thinking about
necrotic.
all
She's
week
going
is
bad.
throwing ink on someone's face. And you
Yeah,
did it.
I know. I did it.
You did it.
Yeah, so she gets thrown at you. Bon, you take 9, 10, and then are you staying at the 100-foot distance?
Yeah, I'll get back to that.
Okay. I'm not gonna roll that.
You both have resistance against the damage, however, because of Kenny.
Okay.
Those ancestral guardians are getting a workout, man.
No kidding.
So you take 50 points of damage. 50.
Halved, right?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, shit. Does Devo get it halved as well?
Yeah, everybody,
Okay.
baby.
It was about to be a falling bond.
It's like Oprah.
You get a half.
You get a half. You get a half. You get a half.
All right. And it is Tin's turn.
I am going to cast a Flame Strike at level 7. So I don't have any more level 5 slots.
Yeah, baby.
And I hope he fails his dex save.
He chooses to succeed.
Can I use a legend? No. 21 radiant, which becomes 10 radiant. And then 17 fire, which becomes 8 fire. And then it dies.
No.
Aww.
No.
Nice
eight,
try.
17 is. Next is Gio. I think at this point, even if he were to double it, it's going to be outside of range. So he's going to be like, "You got this, Manette," and that's it. Keo had inspiration, and he's going to spend it. So remind Ben.
Ben, you no longer have inspiration because we took it from you.
Yep.
Well, you got experience, so.
Yeah. Yep.
It's Kinian's turn.
You can attempt to break the grapple if you like.
Fuck no.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna attack this fool.
Okay. Underwater.
Yeah.
Disadvantage.
Reckless. Oh. It's a hit.
Okay.
Ooh, this turn was destined to be suck. 25 points.
That turn real sucked. 25 points. Fuck!
I wish my sucky turns did that much damage.
I rolled a 2.
All right. And it is now Manette. Your turn.
So I have advantage from
Yeah.
inspiration?
Yep.
Well, I have the inspiration, right? It's been transferred to
Yeah.
me. I don't need to use it unless I suck
Yes.
at the roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, you suck.
Yeah.
Okay. 19 on the die, so.
Nice. Yeah, that hits.
25 points of damage.
25.
Yeah.
You guys
It
and your
doesn't feel
20 some
good.
damage. Oh, that was bad.
3
All right.
threes and 3 1s, and then a 2 and a 5 on all those d6s. Like, that's way subpar.
Subpar.
Does a 20 hit you, Bon?
He's hasted.
No.
All right. It flings you, Kinian,
Woo!
and it throws you. You take
Have I hit something?
the water.
Oh shit.
You take 12 plus 13. What is that? 25. 25 points of damage as it throws you at Bon and misses.
12 points.
Devo's turn. Devo is going to recover. Well, actually, let's find out. Yeah, Devo recovers from the collision and starts moving back. Is able to get to him and attacks. Oh shit! She crits.
Sucker.
She doesn't have paladin levels, does she?
No.
Smite!
She is very much engaged in battle with Slar. And then all of a sudden Slar pops out of existence.
That's rude. We were just about to kill him.
You get banished.
No. You give me a Arcana for me, please.
20.
20. You saw just the makings of a teleport right near the end of it, and the water, the displaced water, like sucks in and it like splashes upward.
I attempt to use the ring to pop back to the ship. Does the teleport work?
Yep, you
Perfect.
pop right back.
I do that too.
Yeah, that's a good
I also heal
idea.
myself twice.
Do you grab Devo?
Oh yeah, I can grab Devo.
Okay. Kinian?
I slap the water and
Fuck.
and teleport back to the ship.
Okay. How does the ship look?
502 out of 600. So
Okay.
pretty decent.
Yeah, it's all right. So your ship is flyable, kind of. If Bon keeps up his gust of wind or whatever, if you guys can keep that going, or with the easterly wind, that easterly wind will actually take you somewhere right over water deep. Manette and Tin, you know that's not recommended. Airspace it's restricted airspace.
We're not supposed to leave town either.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Devo.
Since there's that whole active murder investigation on Bon and all that.
Devo looks at you guys and is like, "What was that all about? You guys."
Had him on the ropes.
Yeah, I don't think anybody could have taken Sklar Krethel down like that. What possesses you guys to think that you can fight a Kraken? Like he was running and you chased after him.
he tried to sink my ship. He's sunk enough of my ships. Enough's enough.
Well, we're not just anybody.
We've seen some shit. We've fought some people, so
Apparently.
we know our capabilities.
You remember Imrith?
No, I've never heard of that name before.
The doom of the desert.
I've heard of that.
That's Imrith. She's dead.
You're welcome.
Wow. Okay.
Plus
Okay.
a few more ancient dragons that were bad people and needed to be taught a lesson.
Okay. That's impressive. So where to from here?
We're landing outside of the town. And I take control essentially and start barking orders
Barking orders? Okay.
poorly with my goal to land the ship near the gate by the trade ward to basically take us out
on
land,
land? Okay.
outside of the city.
Okay.
Where's Boo?
I assume she's still knocked out.
No, she's not. She was helping during the battle. She attacked Slarkarth a couple times.
Which, I mean,
Okay.
was very nice of her, but...
We can't trust her. I
didn't think we could.
this is just between us. She's no good. She's tainted by something.
She's a Brightwood. She can come back from it.
Bon, she's been touched by something from the abyss.
Then we have to help her come back from it.
You don't understand. Your parents worked very hard to try and bring her back, but
We're the Order of the Obsidian Flame. We attack Krakens. We can bring her back.
You're right.
I turn
anybody
invisible
could-
and go searching on the ship to figure out where Boo is and make sure she's...
I go normal searching.
Okay. Boo's actually like at this point like sitting up in Kyo's nest, like hanging out with him. Kyo is just kind of chatting her up and like talking about like how the Kobold winters were cold and blah 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 and stuff like that. And she's got like this smile on her face. And do you do anything before Bon comes up on top of the deck?
No.
Okay. Bon, you see this as well.
Hey, Boo.
And
That sounds weird. Just
yeah, that's your sister.
What up, Boo?
She looks down at you and she loses all of her happiness. And then she turns away from you and she looks eastward, giving you a clear, cold shoulder.
Oops.
So I'll fly up there.
Okay.
And turn visible again.
Okay.
Oh gosh, what to say? We appreciated you helping with, with that attack. We're still a little unsure if we can trust you. So could you please kindly come down to the main part of the ship and talk with the rest of us?
She looks at you and she says, well, of course. And she's got kind of like this placid look on her face as she's looking at you, and then she stands up on the handrail, and when she's standing up on the handrail, Devo comes up from the deck and she goes, I forgot to tell you, and Boo takes a step out from the handrail and plummets, and when she plummets, space rips, much like you saw with Tin's spell, and the sickly gooey tentacle reaches out and grabs onto her ankle and pulls her through the rip in space, and it seals.
Well, that's rude.
Whoops.
And she says she can travel with that thing that she's somehow bound to. It makes her very difficult to track.
She didn't attack us. So, I mean, there's hope.
Hey everyone, I'm DM Alan. Thank you so much for joining us once again. This is Season 2, Episode 37. Thank you to all of our fans. You guys have been absolutely fantastic, and it's much appreciated. If you guys want to kind of help the show out and help it grow, please go to Twitter and follow @DMsTable. And whenever you talk about the show, tell your friends and everybody about us, use #RollWithAdvantage. You can also do the same at Facebook @The DMs Table. And if you wouldn't mind, take just a little bit of your time and rate and review the show on whatever platform you're listening to, if it's applicable. It really, really helps our show out, and it doesn't take you guys that much time. So we would really appreciate it if you could do that. Now I want to talk about this week's sponsor. This week's sponsor is Audible. Audible is an amazing audiobook platform that has over 180,000 books to choose from. It's absolutely fantastic. We've been using it for a very long time, me and my wife, and it doesn't matter whether you have an Android or iPhone. You can get it on both platforms. It's great. You subscribe and you get credits for books, and you can spend those credits on the books and really build up your digital collection. And Audible's been so generous, they are actually giving all of our listeners a free audiobook download with a 30-day trial free. All you got to do is go to audibletrial.com/RWA. Go try it now and help support the show by signing up. This week, I've been listening to the entire series of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. It's absolutely fantastic. Very, very funny British humor. You guys should really check it out. It ventures into all sorts of wacky space adventures and really gets the creative juices flowing. You should go check it out now. It's on Audible. All right, let's talk about Incompetech. Incompetech.com is a fantastic audio platform. They have all sorts of just genius scores. We've been using them from the beginning, and I can tell you that they are great for putting your players in the mood, and they are great for obviously audio dramas like ours, and they are fantastic for just listening to. As a DM, I can kick that on while I'm prepping, and it puts me instantly in the world, and I am ready to write and to develop a story and come up with these interesting situations to put my players in. And the best part about it is Incompetech is free, so go check it out. It's absolutely fantastic platform. That's Incompetech.com. All right, that's all I have for you this week, so let's get back to the action. See you out on the internet. Bye, guys.
Is there anything else that we need to know, or are there no other surprises?
There's a war going on. Well, many wars.
I think you mentioned that.
Yeah, they're starting again. There's the Chaos Wars are starting again. I don't.
But so Boo doesn't
That's
have
about it.
any other powers, abilities?
No, not really. She's thought to be one of the archangels of chaos, much like I am for law, but that's about it. So, you all want to go to Waterdeep?
We want to have our ship repaired.
And we should probably clear Bond's name, since he didn't actually commit any murder.
You're accused of murder?
Murder suspect, yes. I may have lent my dagger to... Yeah, I gave my dagger to Boo on accident, and she killed somebody with it.
Bond, she's hunting you.
Yeah, I figured that out.
Okay, yeah, we should definitely clear that up. I don't know how much help I'm going to be in that matter. And she says, well, I can... Maybe we need to try and find Kaigal again. After your ship is repaired. And we have, I don't know, a better crew. And you see like Kinian, or you hear him barking orders, and like nobody on the ship is doing anything but standing in the powwow and like talking.
Well, do we have our crew back yet?
No.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Kinian, I think you're getting quite frustrated at this point. Like nobody's following orders, and like the ship just isn't doing what you want it to do. I think it's like getting on your nerves at this point.
Yeah. Kinian actually walks up right into the middle of all of you. And says, I need to get my real crew. And I attack Bond.
What? You attack Bond?
Recklessly.
Why? Okay. All right. So
to get the piece of 6.
Oh shit. Okay. Do your thing.
I think that hits. That's suck. That's not the D12. That's a D20.
What do you do at minimum? 20-some?
29 points,
I'm
and I go
unconscious.
for knockout. So I hit him with the flat,
Okay. Non-lethal.
non-lethal,
You knock out Bond.
and I grab the piece of 6 and blow the conch.
Okay. All right. All right. So Kinian just like walks up, beats the Christ out of Bond with one hit, grabs the this amber skull-sized rock that's glowing in his hands, and just blows the conch and just disappears.
Well then.
Did you reattune to that?
That's a good question.
No. The conch drops.
So I thought I was getting the crew.
So we can follow. I wake Bon up.
Boop. You got knocked the fuck out.
That shit was crazy.
So, did anyone see, like, Kinian get, like, a spell being cast on Kinian during the battle? Could this be something that the Kraken is doing?
Devo says I didn't see anything. I saw the Kraken casting a lot of spells, but no, I didn't see him affected somehow. Do you have any insight, Bon? Do you know why Kinian would do this?
Take the piece of 6?
Yeah.
Well, one, he's a dick who doesn't have any manners. I mean, I'm guessing he's giving it back to the Giants if he boomfed off with the shell.
Unless the Kraken has the ability to control still? Because we were all kind of...
You guys saw him blow the shell?
Yeah, he blew the shell.
Did any of you get touched by the ichor? And
well,
that's
Kinian was actually wrapped around by a tentacle.
no, I mean the
Yeah,
the algae.
that shit in the...
Yeah.
And Keo would be the one who actually would have been safe, but he smoked his pipe full of it. And she's
Don't do drugs.
don't do drugs.
Stay in school, kids.
She says, well, unfortunately, that algae is what Slark used to keep those who are disobedient from undermining him. He was using it to keep, it sickens me to say it, but perfect law in the town. He was ruling over it to do his bidding. From what I can tell, he's trying to become a god. He's doing pretty good at it too. He's got quite the cult behind him. She says, well, do you have any like cruise quarters that I might be able to stay in? I'm not doing so hot and could really kind of use a nap.
You're not doing so hot.
I think a lot of us feel a little worse for wear. I mean, a long rest would not be out of the question as far as I'm concerned.
It would also let us think about what the hell our next move is.
What was this?
You can attune over an hour. So if you wanted to do anything, if not, if you just want to take a long rest, we'll go over to Kenyon.
I'm fine with a long rest. It's from what I remember, it's been a long day already. So
It's been real. Okay, so to quick lay out the day, you guys decided to go into town and check out Skullport. You did all this stuff, and then you fought the Kraken. Like, that's your whole day.
And we fought sharks on our way into
Yeah.
Skullport.
Yeah.
I think it's nap time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if we should teleport there and then finish our long rest there, like do an hour. But
We need to
I
get
guess-
someone starting to repair the ship.
yeah, and I guess he can't really leave unless they help him out.
He can teleport back with the ring.
Well, he can teleport back to us, but he can't leave to go somewhere else unless they help him. So
Sure.
okay, we'll do a long rest.
We take the ship into Waterdeep, land it, and try and get some repairs started.
While you guys are doing that, we'll work on the Kenyon stuff. So Kenyon, you pop into the greeting hall, which you've been many times now. And where do you want to go?
At first, I realize that I'm no longer holding the conch.
Yeah.
And there's orcish words that come out of my mouth. And I mutter as I start walking up the stairs, like, go get my crew. Look like an ass. Not even like, about, hitting Bon, basically. I feel like I'm going to be an ass by not coming back with the crew. 'Cause
Yeah.
in Kenion's mind, he was going to solve two problems the same time.
Yeah.
Problem A is the fact that no one on the ship knows what the hell they're doing, and I'm going to go get a proper crew.
Yep.
And problem number 2 is the piece of 6 is obviously being sought after by powerful creatures, and I trust no one at this point. So I'm returning it to Princess Sarissa and hoping for
Queen
Sarissa, hoping for profit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you head up to the chambers, the conference chambers.
I go to the bar first.
Okay. And the hill giant's there with his Chippendale get up.
And I look for smaller bottles that they may have imported.
Okay.
Whatever I can jam into my my quiver, basically.
Okay. You're able to get roll a D10 for me.
Ocho.
So you're able to get 8 bottles of fine liquor. While you're like raiding the cabinets, Sarissa actually walks from the corridor that's right next to the bar, and she's just kind of walking through, and she goes, "Kenyon, what are you doing here?"
Thirsty. And there's this. And I hold it up above the bar. Piece of 6.
She grabs it from you and she says, "This is highly unexpected. I'm very impressed. Does Lord Crethel have this?"
Yeah, he's ornery. He's threw me a couple times.
So he knows you have this.
Oh,
He doesn't know
he
you
doesn't
came
know I
here.
have this. He knows that Bon has this.
I'm afraid for your crew's safety. But he doesn't know it's here, right? Like,
No.
okay.
No, I didn't think it was safe in Waterdeep. So
It definitely would not be safe there.
I took care of it. I might have lost the conch in doing so.
Where? That's a loophole we need to close up. That's a loose thread.
It's on my ship.
Oh, okay. Okay. You didn't like lose it.
No,
Like out in the...
no.
Okay. Okay. Because I mean that's kind of a key into my house. So, I mean you essentially would have lost my house key. So.
Well, I'll just find it again like I did the first time.
Come with me real quick. I'll.
Boys, it's happening.
She brings you into the treasury.
Kenyon say that out loud.
He hits the ring, but nobody's there to hear it.
Oh man.
Give me a percentile, please.
63.
All right.
I'm notoriously bad with these.
Give me 3d6.
Damn it. 9.
9. You get 9 1,000 gold piece gems. I would highly suggest not marking that into your treasure, like into your gold, because you're not going to be able to sell them fast enough, and Keo might want it
So 9.
as trade. So 9 1,000 gold piece gems. Those are definitely spell components. So. You also need to give me a d4, please.
And then it's a 4.
It's a 4? Okay, let's do, each one of you give me a percentile.
Yay, I rolled good.
We'll start with Adam's number first.
51.
51, you get a spell scroll that she hands you, but you can't read, so you have no clue what it is. Who's the mule for this group? Tin?
Generally
I
10.
am.
Okay, 7th level spell scroll.
Holy shit.
What'd you get, Dan?
3.
3.
That's because that's how
Nice.
I roll.
Give me a d4.
4.
4 supreme healing potions.
Oh, me gusta.
It's fitting.
AJ.
16.
16. Give me a d4.
1.
1. You get another supreme healing potion.
So, are these supreme or superior?
Supreme.
Like Optimus?
Yeah.
Optimus Prime
Optimus
Supreme?
I think that's the Domino's pizza.
Oh,
It's the Optimus that comes with all the toppings.
Yeah, that's right. He's got the hand cannon and all that stuff.
whoops.
Marina.
92.
92. Nice.
Dun, 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 dun.
You get another spell scroll, 8th level.
Maybe one of them will be something a cleric can use.
Quite possibly. We'll have to find that out. So she hands you this treasure, in like a knapsack type, or like a messenger bag, type situation, and she says, and I have one more gift for you, and she brings you into her room.
It's happening.
That's downstairs, and you see your entire crew like awake and just kind of like lounging, and she's like, I let your crew use my room as guests, and they're healed, and Two-Eye Mary's like, hey boss.
Hey, I forgot the shell.
And
No hazard pay.
the rope, the safety lead, the rope. He's like, why you look so down, Gideon?
Down.
What? Did you have other ideas in mind coming here? And
You
like the whole
shut
party
your
is
mouth.
like, give me a perception check.
I'm like, can't believe they made it to her bedroom before I did.
And they've been there a while, too.
14.
14. You notice a smirk on Queen Sarissa's face. And
A
Fessa,
smirk. That's actually a pretty good sign.
Yeah.
it's a joke.
It could be worse.
Yeah, it could go
She's not
either way.
offended at
She's
it.
not offended. Fatso's like, so you here to save us, boss?
I saved you when I sent you here. I'm here to bring you back to steer the ship because we're worthless. I might have drove it into some rocks.
And you see Lucky, and like he gets super red in the face, and he face palms, just like smacks his forehead. It's like, you didn't run it aground. Tell me you didn't run it aground.
I did. They weren't following my orders.
God's damn it! My ship. I mean, your ship. Okay. Breathe, Lucky. Breathe. Is it still airworthy? Please tell me it's still airworthy.
It took on some damage, but it's still airborne.
Okay.
I just came from it. There were some creepy little crab goblins that we were calling
Croblins?
grabs.
Oh, I like that. That's good. That's way better than Croblins.
They might have done some damage to the ships.
That sounds terrible.
I know, it's wind powered.
So
Primitive.
so we heading back now?
About that. How about we wait about an hour?
And they're like, okay. And Robbie, little known Robbie, the deck swab, throws you a like big hunk of like linked sausages, and he's like, here, have a snack. And there's like a bunch of cheese and stuff like that, like this really nice platter. And time goes by. Do you guys, Minette and Tin and Bon, do you guys head over there? Does anybody attune to it, or is there just a long rest going?
I'll attune to it.
Do you head back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to come if.
Can I have other short rest benefits too?
Yeah.
If they don't come within an hour, I take a nap
Okay.
or pass out, whichever comes first.
Okay. All right. Let's see here.
Did you guys short rest or long rest?
Bon
Sounds like a
short rested.
rest.
And I short rest. Just in case Bond comes.
Why would Bod do that?
Bon and Tin go to Maelstrom. And Bon, you are attuned. You need to drop an attunement.
I already dropped the.
You have 3 items currently.
I have the flame and the hat and now the conch.
Nope.
What else do I
Well, unless you drop the sword.
He didn't have the sword.
have? I don't know if you want to count that as attuned for years.
Yep.
Alright, I'll drop the hat.
Okay.
Attunement fades if you don't have the item, though. Is it special item?
It's a special item.
Oh.
Okay, so you drop the hat. And
I'm gonna go with them just because I don't want to split the party and not be able to
okay,
do things.
sounds good.
Minette, I give you my hat.
To hold on to, if you want a hat of disguise.
To attune to if you want.
No, I already have enough stuff.
Okay.
That's why I didn't attune to the.
I say,
Keo-
you want my hat? And he says no.
Keo says,
I'm
Keo,
good. I pull out
Keo's
my
like-
helm of comprehend languages for no reason.
Keo says, ooh, I can hold on to that for you.
You've already got one.
Yeah?
I'm like, hey, Keo, here you go.
Okay. Remember you gave that to Ben. So Keo is going to Keo's going to watch the ship, and he says to Minette, he says, I think I'm going to teach Supper how to drive the ship, because if Kinyan can't, maybe Supper can.
Oh God.
wouldn't that mean you have to know how to pilot the ship?
He whistles, and Supper like gets up on two legs and like has his paws up on the thing, and he says, "Don't worry about it. We got this."
Okay. Which is doing nothing right
Yeah,
now.
the helm does nothing.
Yeah.
There's no rudder, so
I'm like, so, front, or we good?
yep. Oh yeah, you guys. So you pop back. You hear the nice jazz coming from the auditorium, and you head up through the auditorium to the throne room, and nobody's there. But you hear a bunch of laughing coming from behind the throne room, near the royal treasury, back where Sarissa gave you guys the potions of giant size. And you hear the crew laughing, and you hear Kinion's booming laugh, and you head that way, seeing the crew sharing in a meal and just kind of taking it easy.
And I walk up to Kenyon and slap him in the face.
There's a look of shock as my pupils kind of like dilate down, and then I start laughing, and I pass Tin a drink.
I think
'Cause
everybody
I've been drinking.
yeah, I think everybody like goes quiet as Kinnian like marches up and then just whoosh, slaps Kinnian, and it's just like dead silent.
Tanuvial slaps Kenyon.
What did I say?
You said Kenyon slaps Kenyon.
Damn, son,
must
that's
be
a
drunk.
real drunk. It goes.
Who's a bad boy? I'm a bad boy.
So it goes dead silent when Tanuvial walks up and slaps Kinnian, and then Kinnian laughs it off and passes you a drink. Tin.
What did you do with the piece of 6?
I brought it here.
Why did you have to knock Bon out instead of using your words to talk with us?
It seemed easier. He knew I wanted it.
That's still not acceptable.
Not letting him get away with it. You see what he did with the taunting at that poor Kraken? Poor Kraken. And
And
you
the
get
whole
drunk
crew.
and laughter.
Yeah.
Laughter all around.
Yeah, the whole crew's like, ha ha! Wait, what? You fought the Kraken?
Kenyon, you can't just go knocking us out because things are easier when you do that.
I tried to take it from him earlier in the day. But he didn't let me take it.
Well, maybe you should work on using words instead of just doing things. So that way we all know what's going on and don't get punched in the face.
We know your propensity for seeking your own riches. So if you tell us that you're going to take it to the giants for safekeeping, we're more likely to give it to you rather than think you're betraying us and taking it for other
I
things.
told you I was going...
Intelligence check. Hold on. Intelligence check.
18.
18. You know what propensity means. You're not offended.
Quick question. What does propensity mean?
I have no clue. That's why I was like, that is beyond Kinnian's vocabulary. But somehow you've heard this.
Yes.
You really not know what that...
I don't know what I was. That was
Propensity
not
is
Bond. That
like-
was Adam right now. Okay.
Propensity is...
It's my natural...
Yeah,
behavior.
Yeah,
That's what
I'm
it sounded
drawn
like.
to
I did
You're-
not know
It's-
the word,
it's like
but I got the kind of
your
context.
propensity to
from
do something,
context.
it's almost like your natural, like,
Or
leaning towards...
inclination.
Or, yeah,
Your
inclination.
inclination
There we
to
go.
do.
Yep.
Queen Sarissa was very impressed with our work, and I'm like holding back laughter basically. But look, this, and I produced the sack with everything except for the potions.
Okay. All right.
So I kind of soften a little bit because Kenyon hasn't done something incredibly stupid besides punching Bon. I was expecting a lot worse. And the fact that he's sharing, probably not all of what he got, but he's at least sharing some of what he got.
Because he can't read it.
I can't read it.
He's like,
Exactly.
She gave us 2 pieces of paper and a bunch of gems.
Worthless.
And I'm still just kind of tired too, so I take the beer that you've probably been holding out for like a minute or had put in the table in front of me or something. I don't know.
think Kenyon can hold on to a drink for more than a minute and not drink it himself.
It's sort of that. I did give you the drink.
Okay. Well,
you like pick it up to your mouth and you're like, what is this, beer? And Kenion's like, yeah, beer. It's straight liquor. It's like a pint of liquor.
but yeah, so I sit down next to you and take a drink and then just give you a quick side eye. If you knock one of us out again, and we're
I
not
interrupt you.
and we're not under a curse.
Oh yeah, I interrupt you when I burst up like drunken Kenyon, and I stumble over to Bon, and I'm like, oh, your turn. Do me. And I get down on my knees and turn my head, and I'm like, Bon, come on, it's your turn.
I just stand there and I say, do you still have my sword?
What?
The sword from earlier.
I don't have swords. I use axes.
In your javelin case?
I don't know. And I put my hand up, and the javelin case, my quiver, reacts to what Kenyon's thinking about, and a potion pops out. Is it this?
No, can you try again? It's a long sword. It's black.
I don't remember that.
How about you empty it and we just make sure?
Yeah.
Hey, I don't go to looking through your guys' things.
Now
We don't steal your shit.
Can you just try and pop it out?
What's it look like again?
It's all black-ish, right? It's all black. It's a long sword.
Got gems on it.
It's got gems on it.
Looks expensive.
Looks expensive.
Oh, I definitely don't have one of those. And I put my hand up and I say, "Fancy blade." This?
Is it that?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
fancy blade.
Do you hand it to me?
This looks nice. And I check the balance.
Oh, it's perfect. Like it would balance on the edge of your finger.
Like the hilt,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yep.
You don't use swords. And I pass it to you. I don't know what it is.
When he grabs onto it, it seems to like glow for a second, and then fades as if it's been reunited with something.
I turn to Kenyon and I say, "Don't talk to me," and I walk away.
I don't talk to him.
Okay, all right. Minette, you see these scrolls, and you recognize one just from like a brief glance when Tin's like rummaging through the knapsack, and you recognize it as a scroll for Mordekainen's sword. And Tin, you see the other scroll, the 8th level scroll, is a cleric scroll for Earthquake.
Not bad. I'm gonna start shuttling the crew back.
Okay.
So like one at a time kind of a deal, or
Well, you can use the conch because you're attuned. So.
conch them all back?
Yep. Yeah, so you can pop the whole crew back. You guys want to kind of put this on like a fast travel mode and head towards Waterdeep?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, thank you so much for listening. What a fantastic episode. We cannot wait for next week's episode. We hope you stick around to find out what happens next. If you want to find out more about the show, about our characters, or things like that, go check us out on dmstable.com/RWA. DM's Table has got information on how to contact us through Twitter or Facebook or things like that. Go check it out, and we'll see you out on the internet. See ya.